What's up, guys? Welcome to Pete's Basement Extras. We got Ramon, we got Adam, we got this psycho back just in time to talk about Alex and Ada that El Sinestro had asked us about.
Yeah.
This concluded with a big old issue 15.
Yeah. Which is good. They always.
This was from the Luna brothers, so at least one of the Lunas.
Because they could always drag out their stories longer.
And I don't mind if they do.
Here's my thing though with them is that when they wrap a story, and you said this thing, I haven't read this one, so I have no comment on it. But it's like I feel like once they wrap these things, they pretty much drop whatever the subject matter is and move on. Like they never.
Yeah, it never comes back. This is the story. It has a beginning. It has an end. Done deal. And there are so many that you could actually come back to. Like this one, I don't think you could revisit. No. You may be able to revisit the world that it's in.
Probably, yeah.
Tell me about it.
Basically, you're in a world where AI is now a prevalent thing, and robots are such that you can kind of have your own sex spot. Yeah. And it has a limited personality. That, you know, it's kind of completely subservient to you, as you would expect any woman to be. It likes what you like. It does what you want to do.
This
it lets
like
you
no
win
woman
video
I've ever
games.
met or dated.
No, I know. It's the ideal.
Oh, all right. And she got money?
She does not have money.
Oh, well,
it'll cost you about $800,000 to get one of these little jammies.
Man, it's almost worth the screaming to get a decent natural vag. But anyway. Continue.
Now, there's this kind of underground online forum that works at unlocking their AI brain and giving them full sentience.
Okay.
This is hideously illegal.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't want to have sex with her and then have to have a conversation.
Right.
That's just fucking terrible. What do you mean you don't like making me breakfast? What do you mean you don't like anal? What do you mean you don't like a dirty Sanchez?
So basically, she would tell you this after the fact, because they remember everything that happens before they're unlocking. So if you do give them a dirty Sanchez, and they actually don't like it, and they come off saying, your fucking finger stinks when you do that, you're gross. I'm leaving.
Not just my finger, but yes, I get the point.
Basically, the undertones of racism in this book, like from people toward machines, is actually really cool.
Yeah.
And there are people out there that fucking hate. They like Westboro Baptist Church, these motherfuckers, and they start stringing robots up in the streets because of one like crazy robot that went absolutely blitzkrieg and killed its owner and a bunch of other people.
Well, all I can say to that ultimately is it sounds a lot like the TV show Humans, which is on AMC now.
Should I?
I don't know. The Luna Brothers artwork is always worth it, if nothing else, and they're really good at world building. But it's kind of like it's such a common theme now, right? You know what I mean? We all have this dialogue about how fucking technology. Wow, I forgot how much that burns my fucking eyes. I really need to. I need to like wear a visor.
I can actually smell that.
I can actually see what you ate for dinner last night. It's on the mist.
Yeah. Last thing I had was a couple of ham and cheese sandwiches.
Ah.
It smelled a little hammy. But what I'm saying is that it's kind of it's almost like cliche a little bit insofar as it's like, well, you know, what's the boundary between human and not human? Like, you know, what is our relationship with our technology? And
that's actually the beginning of this story when this kid, he just got out of a bad breakup. This is a love story. And his grandmother, who is entirely too free to talk about sex and stuff.
Buys him a fuck bot.
Buys him I swear to God. She's like, you're lonely. She has her own. Grandma loves to talk about it.
My grandma used to give me $5 in coin fucking increments.
By the way, Grandma's like stupid rich.
Yeah,
Grandma's rich. And she buys him a fuckbot. And it's this hot girl. He introduces the robot to his friends, and they were like, "Wow, I never thought you'd get one."
She's a fuckbot.
He's like, my grandmother fucking got her for me. I'm going to send her back. And then, for whatever reason, he decides, I'm not going to send her back.
Who would? I wouldn't.
He said it would be like sending back a puppy. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, it was like a
You
pet.
don't fuck a puppy. Or you might. I don't know what
Some people might, but I don't. Like,
yeah, I was going to say, I've not since at least 1993. But the point is that's kind of fucking morbid.
And from somewhere from like around issue 2 or 3, he goes from not wanting to give this thing back to wanting to see exactly what she's capable of, because he keeps her, and then like, you know, she lets him win at video games. She likes whatever he likes, and he's like, it's fucking boring. Like, what? You have no personality. You're just like a mirror image of me, and like, I don't want to fuck a machine. Like, that bothered him mentally. I guess he'd never owned one of those like plastic pussies that you can buy. I've never bought one myself.
Those things are wonderful if you treat them right. You take them out to dinner. You know what I mean? You introduce them to your parents, and they're very giving. I mean, you don't want to have a conversation with them.
Somewhere on the internet, there needs to be a video of a dude who actually brings a plastic pussy out to dinner and expects, like just plays the whole fucking role, talks to it, makes the waiter give it fucking food, refill its water, give it some water, everything. There needs to be webisodes of this. How fucking sick would... You know, like those shows that gauge people's reactions to things?
Yeah.
Like Trigger Happy TV used to do. You ever watch this shit?
But here's my thing.
Oh, it's a classic TV show.
We don't live anywhere nice enough that there would be a tame reaction to that. And they just be like, oh my. We live in New York City and we'd get shot. Yeah. Like, we would bring that... Or
there would be no reaction at all.
Oh,
guy's out to dinner with a pussy.
The guy brought a robo-cunt. Let's feed it clams. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe...
Can I just sit like one table away? Because I'd like to hear him, but I don't want him to know that I'm listening to him. Yeah.
Just like one table over.
Yeah.
You laugh, but you're married now. Yes, welcome. Anyway, proceed.
So he unlocks this broad, and, you know, the typical relationship kind of problems ensue. She decides to stay. They become very good friends, and then the robot actually winds up falling for him before he realizes, like, okay, the robot's like the best thing that happened to me ever.
So I want to see if I understand.
So he was like kind of a dick to the robot for a while.
He and his fuckbot fall in love.
Yeah.
Is that what we're getting
That's
at?
where we're at. But in typical Luna Brothers fashion, there's never a fucking happy ending.
Never.
Even when there is a happy ending, it's a fucked up happy ending.
I'm listening.
Let's just throw the cheese right down there for you, because we need to explain this story for you guys. It's been out for a while now, so if you have read it, then by all means, let's listen to the rest of this. If you haven't read it, pause this motherfucker right now, go on Amazon and see when the graphic novel is coming out, or go on eBay and just buy the issues. They're going to run you about $3 a piece, so there's $45 well spent. It's a great series.
It is.
I'll recommend any Luna Brothers series. I absolutely will. But basically, you recall me saying that it's highly illegal for you to unlock a robot. Right.
Yes.
So the government begins to crack down on people who are illegally unlocking machines. And they start this like whole big operation to fucking find all these sentient robots and everything. And they break into this online forum when they encounter some of the robots in like Washington Square, in front of like the Capitol building, it looks like, or whatever. So they use her as like a like an undercover thing. Like they force her to go back into this online forum. One of the robots, they force her into this forum where they can now find everyone else through
unlocking the football.
So they find this guy. They shoot his robot. Somehow, they don't actually discover the robot's own sentience. He goes to prison for 25 years.
Because he became a fuckbot.
Because he was under suspicion of unlocking a robot. He might have gotten fucked in prison. We don't know. Thankfully, they spare us that. All of his friends are still kind of like, they're all very happy to meet him when he gets out of prison. And all through his like prison life, in one issue, you see like the years going by and what's going on with like robot civil rights and stuff like that, and how robots have won their right to be real people, real persons, but like they're still encountering like 1950s in the South kind of like civil rights. Like they have to fucking drink out of separate water fountains, and they're still getting the shit beaten out of them in the streets. But they're real people right now. They're equal and everything, but not separate but equal kind of thing. It's like I'm telling you, the prevalent racism like toward machines is actually pretty fucking interesting. And all through this, you're sitting there like, well, if all of this is actually going on and robots are winning their rights back, why the fuck aren't they letting this poor bastard out of jail yet?
Yeah.
And they addressed that at the end of the issue, and they're like, well, they obviously wanted to make an example of me, so nobody went and did it again. So now it's actually completely legal for robots to be completely sentient, and he just got totally fucked by the system and lost half of his life. And they dismantled his poor robot. Like, the fucking love of his life is in pieces. So this...
I mean, don't tell me how it ends. But tell me how it ends. What's the fuck camera goes? Because I want to know what happens to Fuckbot and Genius.
This girl one of the other robots manages to rebuild her. She's like, listen, Alex, go for a walk. You don't want to see this right now. This is like when I had a shift lock put in my Mustang, and I came back a little too early, and the guy had my whole seat and front dash panel like just out sitting next to my car, and I kind of had a little bit of a heart attack. So I had to walk back away. Like, you don't want to see stuff like that, you know? I go for a ride in the car the same way this guy goes for a ride in Ada, so you don't want to see them in pieces. You like that analogy, right? I just kind of crawled toward that as very slowly.
I like that analogy. I'm going to roll with it.
Thank you.
I'm happy.
So he comes back, and she was like a brand new robot. She had no recollection of him whatsoever, so he was like, well, this fucking blows.
Literally or figuratively?
Literally.
Oh! Anyway, go ahead.
So he finds like this one latent little program that was, password locked for him only, like within her, matrix of a brain kind of thing. And he finds like her original sentience like locked away in there, so he unlocks it. And then, she comes back out of like this little, well, I guess you could call it like if you call you make a phone call, but with your mind. Like, that's how they communicate in this futuristic world. Okay. So they come out of this, like, phone call type of thing, and he looks at her, and she's like, Alex? And he's like, Ada? But he's fucking old now. And she's still a young fucking 25-something robot. So that's how it ends.
That's it. Right there.
Just right there. It's like, I'm old, and I'm going to have a heart attack when I fuck you, but at least we get to be together, like, once more kind of thing. Like, I've lost half my life because of you, but I love you.
This was his life, not...
It's the Luna Brothers fucking version of a happy ending in a love story, man. It's a fucked up book. It was a great ride getting there.
You know what? I'm intrigued. I may actually purchase this.
It wasn't the best Luna Brothers story I've ever read. I think that still goes to the Sword.
Yeah, Sword.
But they're all great. Have you ever read, this was from Joshua Lunar, I believe. Yeah. And the other one, Whispers, was from Jonathan, was his name? John Lunar?
What? The other one?
Jonah? I forget what the other brother, the other one. The Whispers, it's called. Is another fucking fucked up story about this guy who can, like, kind of have out-of-body experiences, and... Like, as long as you're thinking the idea, like, if you leave here today and you're like, I want to go hit a midget with my car just so it doesn't, like, throw a grenade in a coffee cup at me, kind of thing. Like,
I don't have to think that. I run over midgets all the time. This is New York City. You may not know this, but running over midgets actually gives you, it gives you sort of like free points on your driver's license.
No way.
You get caught speeding, hitting a nun with a bus, running over a circus clown. All those other midgets stack up. Literally and figuratively. I mean, they're only worth like...
So it's almost like a get-out-of-jail-free card?
It is. Like, they're only 0.5... Like, they're half a point each. So you really got to rack them up. But if you just drive around select portions of Staten Island, where they're apparently just free-range colonies of midgets, you can really get some really good numbers on that one. I highly suggest it. I mean, if you...
Well, let's take that, for example. I'm glad you said Staten Island. So let's say you're assuming... Like, maybe I'll go to Staten Island, but on the other hand, I'm going to pay $15 to get back. This guy can, like, kind of whisper into your ear, you want to go to Staten Island. And you're like, fuck it, it's only $15. I'll go to Staten Island. Like, he can convince you to do shit.
Sure, they got fucking IHOP, they got Wu-Tang Clan, they got copious midgets, wild turkeys. True story. I can
get wild turkey down at my local liquor store.
No, genuine wild turkeys that attack people and shit. I got a friend who left.
I've attacked people on wild turkey before.
Yes.
Touche.
Guys, check out the Whispers. Check out Alex and Ada. Let us know what you thought of the books. And if you've ever read any of the other Luna Brothers books, check those. Like, just let us know what you thought. And if you haven't, get on him.
Yeah.
Get on the sword. Girls.
Ultra, and girls.
Ultra was
Sword.
fucking nuts.
Sword is the only one of these that I've really read. I'm not into the Luna Brothers the way you are, but I've heard good things about Ultra.
I got into the sword from him, actually, and that's how I just kind of
remember how I got
landslided into the rest of the Luna Brothers.
You loaned me the sword.
Yeah, but I don't know how I got into it.
Who knows
They
anymore?
draw chicks on the cover. I
Yeah.
Could be it.
They draw
That'll do
chicks
it.
really
And they
well.
draw like it's a very simplistic, stylized
simple.
animation style
Yeah,
art.
I was going to say that more than anything else is that this stuff looks like cell shaded animation. Really good, really well done too. I'm intrigued by what you said that I might actually have to fucking cop this because while I did say the storyline's a little bit cliched, from what you're saying, the execution of it is still really worth the read. So
That's why I didn't mind telling these guys the ending of it because it's still a fun ride getting there, and there's obviously a lot of shit that is left out of it. So, I mean, it's a love story. You kind of know where it's going to go by issue 10.
Yeah, but something
Tops.
else that you didn't mention: Luna Brothers draw really good, authentic violence.
Yes, they do.
Like
They
they
do.
really like this. We're saying it's separate from the $50 that the Luna Brothers send us every month. Their artwork really
And
is
for
almost
very
worth it in
simple,
itself. Yeah.
line work, they draw emotion on
You know what?
faces very well.
I got to tell you something. That's usually the sign of the best artist. If you can get it done in less, as my father said, if you can't get it done in 2 strokes, you might as well give up because it ain't coming.
It's a good line.
It's his only good line. That said, I have to now call it quits for this evening. I must return home to Upper Manhattan where my family waits for me, usually happily, but right now probably sharpening knives. It's been that kind of day.
Guys, we'll see you next week. Make sure you hit us up, questions at peachbasement.com, facebook.com/peachbasement, and of course follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And last but not least, remember, what do you have there, sir? What is that?
Nothing.
Okay. Don't forget these nifty ass posters that we can send you for your local comic shop.
I'm even on that one.
You are in fact on this one. That's Adam right there.
That's terrifying in ways I can't properly express.
We'll happily send these to you and your local comic shop to hang up, and then you can send us a picture of them hanging up in said shop, and we will shout out the shop on our social media. So, there you go.
There I go.
See you next week, guys.
Oh,
Pete's Basement is copyright 2015, Ripped Productions and Pete's Basement LLC. All rights reserved, so go fuck yourself.
Gideon loves that fucking game.
He got me hooked on this bastard here.
The fucking Contest of Champions game. Yeah, listen. My kid had me spend like almost $100 on characters for this thing, and the DC one, fucking.
Oh, I know he's talking about.
You know the one I'm talking about.
DCU Online or something?
No. DC had the Injustice
Yes.
on that one, and it was like, oh, do you want to play as Batman with super strength that can punch through someone's chest? $5. Don't you have $5? Gideon was like, why don't I have this? What do you fucking... Why don't you just fucking beat me and feed me bugs? We're savages now, right? $5. It's only $5. What were you going to spend it with? What were you going to do? No stripper takes singles anymore? Which isn't exactly true. We,
That is true. You
high
got
standards, and I've spoiled them on all of them.
fives now.
Five. You got fives. I tried the little second Julia dollars. They get caught in the fucking, the mud flaps.
Oh, God.
You just try throwing them dollar coins out. Arr, matey!
Here's a dollar coin. Oh, look, you can hear an echo. You can hear an echo. Oh, that's dirty. That's dirty. Go ahead. Where are we?